to Knit 1, Heart 2, episode 77. I'm Sheila, also known as Sheila D37.
And I'm Wendy, also known as Penny Winnie.
And at that note...
That's for you, Lois.
We have over 1,000 members.
Yes.
So, we'll get to that at Gossip and Innuendo about
at the
our
end of the show,
Prize-A-Palooza.
how we're going to handle Prize-A-Palooza. And we are also drawing for our current knit-along today, and that will also be at the end of the show.
Yes, our Ruby Slippers Shawl knit-along and the Sparkle Yarn knit-along, which the winners have already been drawn, and we'll explain that. We've started a new charity, which we have to put a thread. It's
a new charity, new knit-along.
New knit-along, which is for charity, which means...
The theme is charity.
So you can knit a pattern that you purchased for charity, like My Hope, My Wish, Kimberly Gintar's
ribbons and
lace. It's on last week's notes, but you emailed them to me because you didn't have them.
Yeah.
So I don't have them with me. Usually I have all the notes in our notebook.
You don't have a hard
But they are on the, I'm sorry, Kimberly, they are on the blog.
Ribbons and Awareness.
I think that might be it.
Well, look under Kimberly Gintar, Gintar.
And anything that you knit that's going to charity for, like, either the Linus Project, Hats for Remy, or Sweet Caroline Project. There's a lot of patterns out there for charity, and maybe what I'll try and do is just do a search for charity and post it in the thread.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
You know what I mean? Just to give you an idea, because there's a lot of patterns that go towards breast cancer. There's probably some for ovarian, I do believe, too, for Yen for Yarn, because Yen for Yarn is still
There are a lot of groups doing charity knit-alongs. You could join in that knit-along and also enter in our thread for a prize if you complete
We're
your
never
project.
Exclusive,
We don't mind about
double
dipping.
dip, triple dip. Just so you know, I believe Diane is doing a self-striping sock yarn, if you can somehow figure it into charity.
Yeah, you could do socks for charity.
So we will start that thread today.
Yes.
It's going to go through the end of October. I wrote the end of the September,
and
but it's end of October.
But we'll probably pick up the prizes for that at Rhinebeck.
Yeah, because we're going to be in Rhinebeck.
So we won't show those prizes until towards the end of the knit-along.
Also, just so you know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. A lot of charity things go on then. So then, just
that's another
double
option
dip, triple
for
dip,
you.
quadruple dip. I also want to say thank you to Judy L. for your generous donation. We really appreciate everything that you give us. If anyone's interested in donating to the podcast, which goes to the cost of anything that we do, which would be shipping, prizes.
Whatever we don't get donated as a prize, we purchase with donation money.
Exactly. So it all goes back to you guys.
It all goes back.
And, we donate our stuff, too, because I usually go through my stash and pick out what I'm not going to use, which will be soon because, I get too much. So...
That doesn't even make sense to me.
What?
That you have too much.
For me, I have too much.
What I
know, but for me, I have too much because it's just sitting there. But it's funny because when you go through it, you don't want to get rid of it because you do want to knit with it. There was a reason why you bought it.
Exactly.
It's just I need to get a better organized, and I have it all on a nice tower, but I do have to get organized for it, and I just haven't done that. I have been sitting on my sorry little butt, enjoying some peace and quiet without the kids home and my husband home.
And I'm apologizing for the way I look, but I had my rehab workout this morning, and I didn't have time to shower, so this is how I look after I go to the gym.
I'm sorry, I am in Wendy's house. I'm allergic to cats. I did take my allergies, but allergies have been super ridiculous lately.
Like, I totally think that for this time period, I should have gotten some prescription allergy medication. That's how bad my sinuses have been from this. It's out of control.
I woke up this morning... Did I take allergies yesterday? I may not have. I might have forgotten about it. I had to have sneezed already this morning like 100 times.
Me too.
And it's not just a hatchoo. It's a hatchoo, hatchoo,
yeah,
hatchoo.
like
you can't catch your breath. My eyes are burning and tired right now.
Yes. Coming out of the gym today, as soon as I stepped outside, I started sneezing like 18 times just from the air, from the outside.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's nasty, man. All right. So, yes. I'm going first today.
Because I got to do something.
So I can go?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So I'll talk about what I didn't work on.
Interrupt.
Yeah.
You wouldn't happen to have a stitch marker on you, do you?
No, but I can grab one.
Oh, well, only if they're quick. Thank you.
Wait, where's my big thing of stitch markers?
Sorry, we're interrupting. Just a couple.
Something in there. Take my good ones.
No, this is just to count.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. So, this is what I didn't work on. And I'll explain during my crushes and heartbreaks why I did not get to work on my sock this week. I have a new therapist, and I will explain why. So there's nothing new about my sock, but that's okay. I still look even less. I guess I did like a couple of rows. I have only a little bit more until I'm on the yellow. So we'll see how that goes. But that is my Loud and Proud sock out of the Play It Life Socky Mocky in the Loud and Proud colorway, which you can buy on Etsy. And I am knitting it on 2.5 millimeter needles. I'm just kind of making it up as I go along. It's a generic toe-up sock with a short row heel that I use from Wendy Johnson's short row heel recipe. And basically, I just have it with me when I don't have portable knitting. And because of the way PT went this week, I didn't get to knit on it. So there's that. Little baddie got no love, but there's a good reason for that. So here it is, still the same.
Oh, that's right.
But I had Sheila, I forgot your name for a second. I am losing it. I remember when you had to look up your name last week. I totally couldn't. I was thinking Lois. No, that's not right. I have Lois on the brain. I have, because Lois said she couldn't see bats in this, and that's because I haven't gotten to the whole pattern yet. But this is too heavy. I love the colorway Rookie, but this yarn is just it's not going to have any drape to it. So I had Sheila order me the same yarn in lightweight from, it's kind of making me laugh because I said, I don't like the lightweight, and then I ordered some.
The lightweight's nice. Blue Moon is nice. I'm sorry.
Blue Moon is nice. I like this stuff. But I had her order some during the Blue Moon sale at Blue Moon Fiber Arts.
Which we'll get to in the Bubbles and Bling.
Yeah, so hopefully, did you get yours?
Not yet, no.
Oh.
I was just going to mention it.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wow, that was
No. Well, I could get it today. I don't know. It's in processing. I got an email that it was in process.
Cool. So anyway, I'm putting that on hold until I get the new base, and then I'll start it over again. And once I get going on that, I don't imagine it will take me very long to knit. It's pretty easy. It's, I'm just charting it as I go. So no love on Little Baddie, which will be in Blue Moon Fiber Arts Sock Set Rock, lightweight in the Rookie colorway. And I'm knitting it on size 6 needles.
It's going to be interesting to see the color of Rookie compared to the color that you already have.
That I bought a couple years ago.
Because these are hand-dyed skeins, and it's just going to be interesting.
And I bought it a couple of years ago.
It's just going to be, see how it turns out. That's all. Interesting way.
I'll have to compare it. The next thing that I have on the needles is Shetland Triangle by Evelyn Clark, and I'm going to show you a picture of it. I got the pattern from this book.
And if anyone remembers,
Wrap style.
I knit this out of Cascade Eco last fall for my Rhinebeck shawl.
Yeah, for your Rhinebeck shawl. And this is what it looks like. Try not to get glare on it. It's very pretty. I'm knitting it in Great Adirondack Lolita in the antique colorway. And this is how it looks so far. You can't really see the beauty of it until it's blocked. But some of you may remember, this is a merino bamboo blend. I love this. It's very soft. I have knit this shawl before. It was the first lace work that I did out of the same Great Adirondack yarn in the antique colorway, although this one has more orange and yellow in it than the other one does.
They're both pretty though.
And this is the cat that some of you may remember, the shawl that my cat licked. And you can see, like, here's one place where it got felted. It's all over. Like, here's another place where she licked it, and it's a big snarl of felt. Here's another place where it got felted. It got so felted from her licking it that
I thought it was salvageable, but it really isn't.
It's unwearable. And it made me really sad because I enjoyed knitting this shawl.
Well, that would have been a nice size, too.
Well, it was going to be even bigger. I was just blocking it. The only reason it got licked is because I pulled it off the needles to block it out to see how big it had gotten. Because I was going to just knit until I was done with the yarn. This is a big yardage. It's like 900 yards or something. Because it tells you to do only 10 repeats of this. And this was way
really
more than
small,
10 repeats. It was like, I wanted it to be a big a big shawl, and you can see it was getting to be quite big. But yeah, and I thought I threw this away after I showed it the last time, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't, so that I could show it again. But anyway, this is the new one. It's not that big yet. And I enjoy knitting the pattern just as much as I did the last time, so that's good. I don't need to use a chart for it because it's very easy to memorize, and I love the yarn. I love knitting with this yarn, and I think it's going to be beautiful when it's blocked out. So I needed something mindless, and this for me is mindless, but interesting.
Mindless. So. Is it a purl row on the way back?
It's a purl back, and there's one knit row with just yarn overs at the increase points.
Oh, so that's kind of nice.
So it's like you have to know 4 pattern rows and then a knit row.
Yeah, I remember it was very easy.
It's really easy. The only thing you have to know is what the first like 5 stitches are different on each of the 4 patterned rows, but you can tell which row you're on because there are these little knit 3 togethers, and depending on how many there are is what row you're on, so it's really easy to do.
I mean, it must not have been that traumatic because I really don't remember doing it.
No, it was easy.
It was.
So yeah, love this book wrap style. Sheila's knit a couple of things out of this book. She borrowed it from me. This is the second time I've done the Shetland shawl. Really enjoying it. So if you're never have knit lace before, this is a good fingering weight pattern to use to get you into the groove of knitting lace, because it makes a lot of sense. Everything lines up a certain way. It's just it's a good starter
You can read your
thing.
mistakes.
Once I knit this, I was like, I can totally knit lace now, and after that point, I can knit any lace.
Yeah, she took off.
I took off after that point, so it's a good starter. I highly recommend it. And that is all I have on the needles.
You had to do that, didn't you?
I'm not done yet.
No, that's all right. Okay, so I did not finish what I was hoping to finish. Yeah.
Sorry.
I have the Wingspan on the needles, and if I knew she was that close to being at the end, I would have stopped. So I have the Wingspan, and it's gotten quite large since I showed you last week.
I love it.
And it's made out of Zobra ball, and I don't remember the exact name of it. I call it coffee and cream.
It's like chocolate and something.
It's really pretty. It looks like coffee with cream. I really like how this is turning out. And somebody asked Wendy about the stitch markers. Do you remember?
Yes, they asked where the O'Hare D7.
Okay, so they were asking about why they needed...
I PM'd you back. So
why they needed so many stitch markers, and I'm going to show you.
They wanted to know where it starts and where the stitch markers go.
She could understand the traveling stitch marker, which is this one.
Yeah.
So what I do when I'm knitting this is a free pattern, so I'm not giving away anything.
It is a free pattern.
So you knit to the stitch marker here. Then you take it off, you do your wrap stitch, you slip 1, knit 2, put the stitch marker here. So the next time you knit, you knit back, and then you knit back to the stitch marker. So each time you're knitting, you're getting shorter and shorter. It's short rows. Mm-hmm. And so that's what makes the wedge. Her question was why all the other stitch markers. She doesn't understand. I kept all the stitch markers. So when you're done with your wedge, you knit back all the slip stitches, all the wraps, I can't see. And you get, the little holes. Yeah. So that's the end of your wedge. And then you knit up to 16 stitches before the stitch marker.
I think maybe her confusion is when you start out, you don't have a stitch marker on the first wedge.
No, you don't. You knit 16 stitches to the end.
The first stitch marker would be placed 16 stitches from the end, like right there.
Here's the beginning of the shawl or the end of the shawl, and then you place 16 stitch markers.
And you start doing your decreases with the traveling marker.
And then so this is my first. This stitch marker indicates the first wedge. Yep. The stitch marker indicates the second wedge.
And it's 16 stitches out from the other one. And as you knit, that's where the stitch marker goes. Right. So hopefully, we hold this up. This was the very beginning of her knitting.
And each stitch marker indicates my wedges.
So. That was after the first one. That was after the second one. And you're doing your short rows going in this end, going towards this end. And you can see she's done quite a few.
I think I just finished my 8th wedge, which is what the pattern calls for. but I have this much yarn. I'm going to do, I think I should be able to do one more wedge. Because it's like 2 or 3 colors, and then I should be able to do one more wedge with this, and then I'll do the edging.
Yeah.
And I am enjoying this yarn. I find this soft. It's not that, to me, it's not that scratchy.
Okay. I mean, it's
I'm not
my
knitting
fave.
on silk right now, so I'm sure if, let me put it this way. I find it soft because I'm not doing more than one project. If I was going from this yarn to something else, I may find it scratchy.
Yeah, because this is like super soft.
Yeah.
Because it has bamboo in it.
So we just wanted to show you where the rest of the markers go. Not everybody needs them. Wendy didn't need them. I just like to have them because I'm a very visual person. And I would have.
Yeah, I could kind of tell where the last one was, and I just counted 16
I
stitches.
foresee holes when I'm picking these up, so I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know.
Because some of the gaps, like the first gap, maybe it was my place marker, but that's a pretty big gap.
Yeah.
But so
that's coming along.
Yeah, it's coming along. I should be done with it. Hopefully, I had intentions of just knitting and watching TV last night.
Yeah.
Except for when my head was doing the head bob, because I was not able to take. I took a 2-hour nap after work yesterday, and that was all I was able to get. I had some things to do, so I was really tired. I went to bed at 9:30, so nothing got done. That's all I got. Bad. Oh, yeah, we explained this. Okay, yeah, that's all I have.
That's all you have? I guess I won't start this row right now. Rate your date. I have lots of dates to rate. This one's not quite done. You know, I should finish it as long as I'm going to do it now. I'm recording. But I haven't woven the ends in, but this is my Just Enough Ruffles.
It's pretty.
By Laura Chow. That's pretty. I like it. It has just enough ruffles this time. I did it right.
Yeah, I could see if you didn't do the ruffle part, it probably wouldn't have looked right.
You know, you have to do the amount of increases in each stitch that she recommends, or it won't look like hers. It's long.
It's pretty.
It's really pretty. I like it. It's hard to see. It's not coming out very bright in this light, but
no,
it
nice
is
blue
the
and
blue and lime colorway from Dyeabolical in the worsted, the single ply worsted, not the Rios. And it's got these really dark, almost black sections, a really vibrant sapphire blue, and a lime green.
Mm.
And, oops, it's like caught on my neck. And it was a fun knit. This was a good getting your mojo back knit because it's really easy. You do have to wrap your short rows, but my hair is all crazy. My gym hair is all crazy. You do have to wrap your short rows, but it's really easy to do that. And the only drag part was when I had to make all the increases for the ruffles because I did it the wrong way the first time, and then I was binding off when I realized it. You really don't. You do need to read the directions to get the nice ruffles. You will not get nice ruffles if you make a mistake. But I love it. I don't know if I'm going to keep this for myself or if it will become a gift for somebody, but it was definitely, I had 2 skeins of Malabrigo lying around. This took about a skein and a half. So it's a good, this is old too. I bought this in like 2007.
Should enter it in.
I'm going to enter it in Melissa's oldest skein thing. Yeah.
It's probably not the oldest.
I'm pretty sure it's not. I should knit with one of the skeins that my mom gave me. I would totally win that contest.
Well, I don't know the contest itself if she's even having one, but she is having a knit with your oldest skein, knit along.
But this is like a 2007 skein. I got this when Fabric Place went out of business. This was I picked it up. I picked up 2 skeins of it because it was pretty. Ago. And I had never used it, and this was the perfect use for it. My daughter might use it. I don't know. But anyway, I knit it. It was fun. I got my mojo back. So that's number 1. Number 2, my bus hat by Kylie McDonald.
I like that. Oh my gosh, that's
Isn't it gorgeous?
Gorgeous.
I know. I love it too. Look how pretty it came out.
That almost looks like you planned it.
I know. I did not know this yarn was going to knit up this way.
But the colors, I mean, that looks like you planned it just right on the brim. All right, you guys want to see what I look like with
Yes,
that?
we're going to make her wear the hat. I'll show the yarn. Go ahead, put the hat on.
Right, I'm taking my...
You have to tuck it there. You need to put it all the way down.
I'm not a cap person.
Her head is just the wrong shape.
It's actually not that
this
bad
one's not too bad.
Because you know why? I think it's got that...
The band, like, draws away from the
round head.
Yes,
yeah.
It does. It looks good on you.
You're not giving it to me that way.
Absolutely not.
I look like a ball. That color worked out. Oh my gosh.
Doesn't look at my gym hair, but I love this hat. So this is Bus Hat by Kylie McDonald Wade. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And I picked it out because it's really good for hand spun. It's just a simple ribbing, but this ribbing has garter stitch in the middle of it, and then there's just plain old reverse stockinette in between. So it gives it a little texture, but it doesn't detract from the overall beauty of the hand spun. And I liked it so much, and I had no idea this was gonna knit up like that.
Oh my god, it's
surprise.
Gorgeous.
I know, I love it. So I like it so much. I'm gonna make a cowl.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm gonna make a cowl.
But you probably could use the same pattern, just not do that.
I'm gonna make a cowl for this too. Yeah, somebody actually did one that's a cowl that you can turn it into a hat with a drawstring, and I might do that. So if I do that, I'll give you this one because I won't need two hats. I made mitts. These are the, make sure you get it on the right, yeah, that's the right one. These are the bus mitts that I designed to match the bus hat, and on the back of the hand, it has the wide stripe with the little texture on it.
It's narrow here and goes...
Yeah, it goes from a regular 2x2 purl up into the wide bus hat stripe and then back into one. I love the top of this mitten. I love the colors on the top of this mitten.
I just love the colors of this yarn.
I know, it's gorgeous, isn't it? This is what my sweater is going to look like that I ordered. It's going to be very similar. It won't be quite as bright as this, but the stuff that I ordered from Dyeabolical. And if you love the Captain Tight Pants colorway from Into the World, which is what this is spun from, I'm here to tell you that in January of 2013, it will become a regular colorway in the store. And at that point in time, I think I will be ordering a pound of it, because can you even imagine how gorgeous a sweater
that would be? Absolutely gorgeous. Just because, I mean, it would be a simple knit sweater.
I just would do a plain.
Yeah, because you don't want to detract from the color.
Just because it's so beautiful. So I am going to put this out as a free pattern because it's a basic mitt pattern. I just put the bus hat ribbing on it so that you can have matching. And I figured some people that are looking for things to knit with their hand spun, this is a worsted weight hand spun, might want to have the option of matching sets.
Absolutely.
So I will put that. I have to take photographs with Sheila today. I tried photographing my own hand. It was really difficult.
Yeah,
I was like...
If I really thought about it, I should have painted my nails and make them nice and pretty.
Should have made them like blue.
I was thinking of blue today.
I know, they totally would have matched.
No,
but
more of an electric
yeah, I'll throw this up as a free pattern. I wrote it down while I was knitting it. It just needs photographs, and I'll put that up sometime later today or tomorrow, depending on. I have to tech edit something else too, so it's like I don't know, but it will be up this week. Let's just put it. I'll just say that it'll be up this week. Free pattern. Totally check out the bus hat pattern. It's really stretchy. I did do one modification to the bus hat. I made it a little bit longer from the brim to where I started the decreases than is recommended, because I wanted a hat that I was sure was going to come down over my head. I look kind of like a penis in this. But that's because I have no hair showing. Sorry. It had to be said. Anyway, I love it. Love the yarn, love the pattern, and if you want to make matching mitts for your free bus hat pattern, there will be a free mitt pattern up about that. And that's all that I have on
Rate Your Date.
Rate Your Date, yeah. I had one other thing, but
I unfortunately have nothing. I was really hoping for something, but got nothing. Sorry.
I'm just happy that I, finally had something to show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I kind of, after finishing up the commissioned knitting, I kind of went on like an explosion of simple, quick projects to sort of get myself back.
And I have a feeling my next project will be quick and simple.
It kind of helps. Having a finished object under your belt really pushes, it's like, oh, yay, I can knit again.
Yeah.
So, and I was looking for a project to do it, but when I was picking out the Shetland lace, I was having a hard time finding anything I felt like knitting.
Yeah, you go through those modes.
Yeah, I don't know. And then I think I just feel like spinning and knitting with my hand spun right now.
Do you have, speaking of World and Romance?
I finally finished. Are you allergic to Angora?
I think I might be.
Okay, then don't touch them.
You're
going to want to touch it because it's so soft.
I think I might be allergic to it. No, you know what? I think I'm allergic to mohair, not Angora. Ooh, we'll find out if I'm allergic to Angora. Ooh, that is soft.
Yeah. It came out to be a light fingering weight. It is Mad Color Fiber Arts Merino Angora Silk, and I got about...
That's the one you were trying to get like a lace weight out of, right?
Yes, and I came pretty close. There are a lot of sections of this that are lace weight, and then there are some sections that are a light fingering weight. So, it is what it is. I'm still a new spinner. I've only been spinning for a year. So, but I love it.
How many yards?
420 yards, not including the 20 or so yards that I screwed up.
Oh, that's right.
Which I tried to unply, and it's not going to happen. The Angora is really grabby. This actually looked more like lace weight when I first took it off the bobbin. It puffed up a lot because I really abused it after I washed it. I whacked it. I plunged it. I did everything because I really wanted it to be a soft.
Do you have plans for it, or
yes,
you do? What are your plans for it?
I am going to knit a shawl out of this. And somebody showed me their flambe shawl, and I was thinking I might do that, or one of Kitman Figueroa's textured shawls like batik.
Oh yeah.
And there's another one, I can't think of what it's called. I own 2 patterns. I've been gifted those patterns. So I think one of those, and I'll probably do that. I'll cast that on sometime this winter. Because I think that the texture, this is tonal enough so that the texture will show, but it's so soft. It needs to be like a warmer thing, and I have enough to do it. It's 420 yards. So I'm happy about that. I did not like spinning the silk in here. Not a big fan of the luxury yarns so far.
No. Well, your tactile thing with silk is...
Yeah, it's not... I don't love it. And the other thing is...
Look at the silk kinkies I gotta do too. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I know. You should do that. I also am just like, I like to spin worsted weight. It goes quickly. So anyway, this is my Whirlwind Romance, and I'm just letting you know I bought 1 pound and 2 pounds of fiber that you may remember from Mass Sheep and Wool from Spinner's Hill. Yep. And that is my next thing on, because I'm spinning for the sweater Skipper D, which was gifted to me. And that is designed by Julia Farwell Clay on Ravelry. I think it's a $6 pattern. Maybe I'm allergic to that. So hopefully I'll have a little of that to show you the next time. That'll be a worsted weight spin, so I'm really looking forward to it. And that's all I have for Whirlwind Romance.
Right, we go into future dates.
I already told you my future date is going to be something lacy, like Kitman Figueroa or that flambe shawl. So
my future date is I'm still waiting to hear who the winner is from the Knitting Triathlete blogspot.com donation that I did, which was a skein of yarn, a skein of Blue Moon Fiber Arts Twig March colorway. I don't remember exactly the color. And I'm going to be knitted into a pair of socks by the winner's choice, up to, well, within reason.
Yeah.
So I'm still waiting for that. So that's a future date that's in hold. But my next thing I'm going to cast on is this. And I've talked about this, so I have the yarn already. It's the Peace Out Air Flap Hat by Miranda Lariz. And my youngest son would like this. He's been asking for it for close to a year. So he wants that, and he wants those colors. So I thought I brought it in with me. Don't even tell me I didn't. Was it behind your computer? My gosh. I had it in the car. I must not have brought it with me.
I don't think so, because that's all you had.
So I'm doing it in a rainbow colorway. Somebody gave us yarn.
Oh, that's right.
and I'm doing it in that colorway with the white. He wants it exactly like that. So that's what I will be casting on maybe tonight. We'll see how much I get this done. So, yeah, and hopefully that'll go quick. I mean, the first part's easy enough, and then it will be the color work, which I'll have to work really hard at. And then we'll be good.
I know, that'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's a little bit of a challenge.
You can try that trick that one of our viewers told me, where
knitting on the outside.
You turn it and you knit.
I'm okay with it. My awareness hat came out really good.
Yeah, I mean, I can do it too if I really pay attention to it. But
yeah, it's not going to be something I can do mindless while reading.
It might be easier to not pay attention to it if you try that technique. The next time I do something color work,
it's going to be interesting because looking at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 stitches between the widest point on the peace sign. And so hopefully I'll do it justice, because
I'm sure it will be beautiful.
He wants everything. He wants the little twisties and everything. So
he's gonna love that hat.
He will. He'll love it just by the color. And then maybe I'll make him a cowl out of the rest, because I'm sure I'm not going to use the whole skein.
I'm sure you won't.
And that way he doesn't. Cowls are really good for young kids. That way they don't lose the scarves.
Yeah, because scarves just
get lost.
My son was sleeping with a scarf that belonged to me, a fleece scarf, the other night. I got into bed with him. He said, can someone come in and sleep with me? I was having trouble falling asleep, and he was holding a scarf. I said, what are you doing? He said, it's so soft.
Oh, well, see, I was just going to say, some of them, one of my kids likes to sleep with something of mine because it smells of me.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was, but I've never noticed him to do that before.
He doesn't do it, mine doesn't do it often, but he likes when, if he's sleeping on my bed for something, he likes to sleep on my side because the pillow smells of me.
Oh, that's
kind of cute. And it's funny because I used to look at him like, excuse me, you crazy? But when I sleep on my husband's side, I'm like, yep, it smells of him.
Yeah.
So I can completely understand. So yeah, those are my future dates. And I don't know what needle that is, but I will be casting on for that.
Cool. Crushes and heartbreaks. My biggest heartbreak is I have a new physical therapist, and she's mean. Well, mean is maybe a too strong a word. I don't like her.
She's not nice.
She was friendly. Well, she was friendly, but I guess she she has a good goal. She wants to get me back to running by October 15th, which is when I would be almost 6 months out. So, yay. But on the downside, she's
gonna kill her in the process.
She's gonna kill me. She added reps to my weight workout. She added 3 different machine workouts to the workout that I'm already doing. She added 2 floor exercises, one that I can't do, but we knew I might not be able to do it. And she told me to add time to my elliptical.
I mean, is she training you for the marathon?
I don't know. I think she's used to training sports people. I saw her on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I went to the gym on my own, like I do, and did everything that she said on the list. It was 2 hours, and I had just started doing the elliptical. And my leg was so thrashed. I did the elliptical for 15 minutes, and I was like, if I keep going, I'm going to hurt myself. My leg is so messed up. She did the deep tissue massage, but I don't know. My leg did not feel better after I got, it just feels bruised, and it feels bad. I think some of the exercises I'm doing are making it worse. I don't know.
Some PTs don't know what they're doing.
But it's such a good PT practice. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to stay with her or if I'm going to get somebody else. I'm going to talk to her when I go back next week and tell her, I'm not a sports figure and I have a life. I cannot be spending 2 hours a day in the gym.
That's unreasonable.
I can't do that. I could maybe do an hour and a half, 3 days a week, and then the other times just do my cardio, but I can't. And also, I think going from what I was doing to the level that she wanted me to do, I'm yay that she thinks my leg is that strong, but I think I'm hurting myself doing it. I think it's ramping up too fast. Mm-hmm. So, and I have learned from the past that when I try to do too much, it just makes my leg horrible. doesn't help me. I end up having a bad leg week, which I'm having. So that's my heartbreak. It's I don't really care that it's not like I bonded with my other physical therapist, but
You liked her though.
I mean, yeah, I didn't dislike her, She was kind of a cold fish. It's not like I warmed up to her or anything, but I liked how she dealt with my physical therapy. Like, I felt like
she knew you.
She knew me. She knew how much I could do. She never pushed me to do more. When I did come to her and say I've done too much, she was like, we're cutting it back. She was more conservative, I guess I would say. And I don't know. So I'm reserving judgment. I'm going to do like she told me to do for the rest of this week. And I'm going to have a come to Jesus talk with her on Tuesday saying, I can't do this. I mean, yes, I would like to get into shape again, but this is not good.
Mm.
So, I mean, when my leg stopped working. Like, my muscle was just like, I'm done.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, it's too much. So, and that's today. It's still exhausted from yesterday when I did all the weight machines.
Yeah, that's not good.
On the plus side, I found an app that I'm trying out on my iPhone called Epic Workout, and it lets you track the amount of reps and the weights that you're using on the weight machines, and it has all the weight machines like in there so that you don't have to put it all in yourself. And it also tracks your mileage, time, and calories burnt on the elliptical and the bike. So I'm using that to keep track of what I'm doing for my rehab workout, because that's the other thing. She wanted to know how much weight I was using on all the machines, and I don't really pay attention to it. Yeah. I just put it onto the weight that it feels like I'm doing work, and I go on it. So now I'm tracking that too, because she was like really interested. And I actually told her a couple things. I underestimated how much I was doing, because I was like, I don't know, 75 pounds, and it was like 100. But I just, whatever. I don't really remember. Right. But now I know. I've only used the app 2 days, so I don't know if I like it or not yet, but it does have that function if you're interested. And I did replace my P.O. Box key today on my key ring. And I want to tell you guys a funny story. I was on VKN and somebody suggested, I call him on Twitter, I call my husband #KeyLoser. He knows this because I'm on his Twitter feed. But anytime I talk about my husband, I put #KeyLoser because I'm still mad that he lost my keys. Somebody told me I should get a t-shirt made that has #KeyLoser on the front, and on the back it should say, it's all my fault, and make him wear it as a punishment. And someone else said he'd probably just lose the t-shirt. I thought that was hilarious.
But then I was saying to Jim that I would need a t-shirt that says it's all my fault, because according to my husband, it's all my fault.
Yeah.
I can do no right with him sometimes. So Jim and I are in the same doghouse.
Well,
except for I don't lose things.
It's just the keys. It wasn't just, I don't know if I told you this last week, but my husband admitted to me recently that he also had lost his house keys. So we have one key to the back door. We have deadbolt lock on the back door. And
you need to get more.
We have no keys to the front door. We can only come and go via the back door right now, because that's the only key we have. Because my keys, I had house keys. They were lost by my husband. Then he mentions to me a year ago he lost his house keys.
A year ago?
Yeah. The only reason we still have a key to the back door is because it's a deadbolt lock on the, it's a key deadbolt lock. So we keep a key in there on the inside so we can get in, lock the door.
Jeez.
You have to key lock it. If we didn't have a key lock on that door, we would have no keys to our house. So my husband has to change the locks to the front door before we go on vacation, because
that's easy enough, though. I do that on my own.
It is. Unfortunately, I mean, if he doesn't get it done in time, we can just go out through the back door and lock the front door. The front door doesn't have a key deadbolt. It has a turning thing.
Yeah. Deep breath in. Deep breath out.
Yeah. But I did not know that he had lost them and never replaced them until I said, hey, give me your house keys. And he's like, yeah, about that. I lost those a year ago when I lost my keys. I was like, and you never replaced them. Sorry.
Yeah, we have several copies of our house keys only because my My father has one. My brother has one.
I'm pretty sure our neighbors have a set of our house keys, and I just keep forgetting to ask them if I can have them and get another pair cut from them. I'm pretty sure
My
we gave
oldest
them
son
house
has
keys.
one too, just because he's getting old enough that.
Well, we each had a set of keys, and then we had a spare set that I'm pretty sure we gave to a neighbor in case I think when we went to Switzerland, we gave it to the neighbors in case they needed to get in. And we had another set there's more sets of keys somewhere.
Just where?
I don't know. Yeah. All I know is right now I have a post office box key and my spare car key on my keychain, and that's it. And my card to the gym, because I had to get a new swipe card for the gym because that was on my keychain. So this is why I'm still bitter about the key losing. It's going to take me a while. I think when I have to pay $250 to get the new car key, that's when I'm really going to be like in a rage.
Yeah.
I am thinking I'm going to make my husband go down to the dealership and pay for it, since he's the loser, the key loser. He needs to go in and say, I lost this key. Can you make me a new one? Maybe
they'll give him a deal. Doubtful, but...
They already told us if you lose this key, it's too,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, mostly heartbreaks this week for me.
I got a little of both. First off, I want to say happy birthday to my little guy, Zachary. He turned 9 on Tuesday.
Yay!
And
I tweeted pictures from the birthday party if you're interested.
Yeah, I'm going to show a picture in a minute of the birthday party. Well, one picture of my brothers and I. It's a really good picture.
I love that picture.
But, sorry, had an alert message now from the middle school, and I was afraid it was something important. It's not. But he's 9 years old, and I Facebooked this, which it's mostly friends and families on my Facebook. He is a little miracle. Everybody knows what he went through, and to think that he's now celebrating 9 years. And
I know.
As one of my neighbors pointed out, this is a birthday that we can truly relax, because he's had points in his medical issues where we haven't seen the doctors for 6 months, but it was overhanging us, and we knew at some point his liver wasn't good. This is where
have to be fixed.
Everything, knock on wood, is going where it should be. His fingers are getting better.
Good.
We're reducing the steroids. His liver is good. We don't have to see them for 6 months. We need labs in 3 months, but that's a lifelong thing. He's going to need labs every 3 months. It's like we're at a stage where we can actually breathe and see a future.
And put those medical issues a little bit on maybe not on the complete back burner, but a little farther back on the stove.
We can put them on the bookshelf, the frequently read bookshelf, but the bookshelf all the same. So I wanted to wish my little guy a happy birthday. He had a good time. We had a cookout, and we had a lot of fun. So my brothers are home.
Yep.
And
her twin brother.
My twin brother.
Who does not look like her, I don't think. I think she looks like her.
And my older brother. And we were making a joke that I need to get a bald cap. So these are my brothers. Yeah, you can see it. I'm the munchkin in the middle. I'm not a short person.
She's not.
I'm 5'5", 5'6". My twin is the one in the black.
Navy blue.
Well, it looks black to me on the screen, but whatever. He is about a foot taller than me.
Yes.
And
this is the twin.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yep. Yeah.
This is the twin.
Oh, yeah, you pointed. Yeah, you were.
I was pointing on our screen, which you can't see.
Oh, no, yeah. All right, I could see it. Yeah, but we were joking how my brothers look more like the twins than me and Tommy do. Yeah. Or myself and Bobby could be more the twin than Tommy and I. Tommy is, we made a joke, I think, last week where he's the tall, thin one, and I'm as wide as I am.
I said he's the guy that got all the
height.
And
I'm the one who got all the
hair.
So they were making fun of me again about my hair, and I said, yeah, at least I have some to float by. But those are my brothers. First time in about 3 or 4 years that all three of us have gotten together. My father's coming home in October. It will be the first time in that same amount of time that all four of us have gotten together.
And her brother and his friend helped them out by painting their house.
I was going to say, yeah, you can't see it.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it came out really well. They did it, last week.
Last week
when we were recording. Came out really good. So that's one of my crushes. Another crush is me and my reading lately, but I have a book on tape.
Yeah.
This is when you know a book is good. It's a book on CD, and I'm listening to it. It's Janie. I want to say it's Jane Ann Krantz, Golden Chance. And I just started it, but you know it's good when you're sitting in your driveway listening to it because you don't want to get out. But one of the characters' name is Nicodemus. I'm like, oh, that's such a cool name. To hear the person say Nicodemus. I mean, he calls himself Nick too, but Nicodemus. What I find odd, and I've never come across a book like this on audio, they have two people reading it. One for the female voice and one for the male voice. It was really interesting. So you know how books will sometimes go to one character and does their thoughts and stuff? Like Nick thought this. Well, that's when he reads it. And then anytime they have the two interacting, the voices will change. It's like a screenplay. But it's taken me a little bit to get into it. The way the woman reads the Southern accents, not a big fan of it. But it's not bad. So that's a good one. But I have two crushes and heartbreaks. Like my dryer, I mentioned last week, is gone. So we got that finally last night out of the way.
Yeah.
I checked to see if I could make an appointment if I realized how long it was going to be. My dryer, they won't be able to come out to check my dryer until next Wednesday. Hopefully they'll be able to even fix it.
My dryer broke this year too. What's up with that?
I don't know. Well, this is our second dryer. We had two, because when the first one broke, my father happened to be moving and we took his Maytag. Well, the Maytag's over 25 years old. We weren't going to fix it. This one's under 10. It should not be as much money, but it costs $75 for them to even come out and look at it.
Yeah, that's a pain.
Hopefully it's not going to be much. Once he looks at it and says, this is what it's going to be, that $75 will go into the repair of it.
Right.
So,
good luck.
Yeah. Work lately is good and bad. I've been able to get out on time. I've only been working 3 shifts. The bad part about that is I'm only working 3 shifts.
Yeah.
I'm losing almost $100 every other week. And you don't realize it until you don't get that $100 every other week. So that's kind of, it's an adjustment. But the good thing is she gave me a gift card for being on time.
Wow.
And then you guys heard me complain about my coworkers never being on time. 3 out of 20 or so people got gift cards for incentives of being on time.
Whoa.
Gift cards to a gas station, Hess gas station.
Which is great.
It is great. I've already used it. But it's a tank of gas. That was $20 some odd, $25 because I had a little less than a half that I didn't have to pay myself because she gave it to me. And I still have $5 on the card. So I thank my bosses for that. That was really nice. And I think I didn't really say anything. Yeah, well, I'm always on time. I may be a minute late, but I'm not a type of person who says, well, everybody's late on me, I'm going to be late on them. Right. I don't do that. And I didn't really say anything to people, but it's getting around. I don't know if they know who got it, but I think what she's trying to do is let them know, hey, if you're on time, I'll give you guys something too. There's an incentive to be on time. And then my last heartbreak is my son gets on the bus at 6:30. Yeah, getting up at 6 a.m. is not fun. I forgot what that was like. So he gets on the bus at 6:30. I get up at 6, make sure that he goes along, which I'm glad I did because he was trying to go somewhere else after the bus stop. Like he went to the bus stop, and I'm lying down because Zachary doesn't get up until 7. And I heard somebody say Maxwell, and I'm like, what's going on? And I saw him walking, and I was wondering if maybe something happened at the bus stop, and he was going to another bus stop.
Yeah.
Well, he ends up trying to walk towards the neighbor's house. I'm like, get back at the bus stop. I don't know what's going on, but I'm like, get back at the bus stop. This is how you get into trouble.
Yeah.
So, and in a couple of months, he's going to be standing out in the dark at 6:30 in the morning because it's going to be dark here.
Yeah, you need to give him a flashlight or something for that. That's what my parents did for us when we had
Well, they're right underneath the light.
Oh, well then it won't be so bad.
No, and I can see him from my window, but yeah, those are my crushes and heartbreaks. A little of this, a little of that. My biggest crush is Zachary's birthday.
No.
Baubles and bling.
We have 2 baubles and bling. The first one I talked about last week. Well, this is like for both of us. This is Dragon Brook yarns. I told you about it last week. It fell out of my bag on the way. Actually, it didn't fall out of my bag. The dog took it out of my bag. The dog stole this twice. The dog really likes this yarn.
But he didn't do anything?
No, he just wanted to hug it or be near it. It must smell like sheep.
Well, it's got llama in it, yeah.
He does that with fiber. He likes to be near it. He stole some that Angora fiber from me a couple of times too. It is 95% wool, 5% llama, and it's in one of her garden colorways called Eggplant, and it is a worsted weight, and it is just lovely. It's more for outerwear. I don't know if it's, I don't know. It could be mixed. It's rustic.
Yeah, no.
It's rustic. It kind of reminds me of like Brooklyn tweed. It's rustic like that. It's gorgeous though.
I love the colors.
Yeah, Dragon Brook Yarns is her website. Actually, she might have a dragonbrookyarns.com, and her name is Barbara, and she gave this to us. She donated it to the podcast, and she said we could keep it. And I kind of want to keep it because it's so pretty, but I am putting it in the prize bag for Prize-A-Palooza.
You got eggplant. What did I get?
Sheila got one too.
I did. I think I got what's Blue Hubbard. I think I got
Blue Hubbard. Yeah, they're so pretty. You have to check it out. But definitely check out her website. She has a hobby farm in Shelburne, Massachusetts, and all of their yarn is from their own Romney Cross sheep and other fiber animals. And Garden is her 2012 blend of barnyard wools. It's a naturally gray base yarn dyed in vegetable garden inspired colors, which is why this is called Eggplant. So yeah, check out Dragon Brook's yarn. She's just started doing it, and it's good. How many yards does this have? 140 yards worsted weight. It's nice. Squishy. So yes, I am reluctantly giving this into the prize bag.
I'll be giving mine into the prize bag too.
So there's that. The second thing is I've been on Twitter. I'm Knit1 Wendy on Twitter, and I follow Dyeabolical Yarns, and she mentioned that she was having a update on her thing. This is why Twitter is dangerous. And she put in, it's so pretty, I can't even show you. It's Flower Shop Inferno, 100% Portuguese merino. This is about 4 ounces. I love these colors. They are going to come out very much like this when I spin them, only slightly more muted because this had some brighter blues.
Now, how did you spin that one, the one with the hat?
I just took the braid like this, or the bump, and I just divided it into 3, and I spun the 3 together. Okay. And so sometimes the colors went together, and sometimes
I just wasn't sure if you did fractal spray.
No, I didn't bother to do fractal, and I think I'm going to do the same thing with this, because when I got this 1 4-ounce bump, I got onto Twitter with Rachel from Dyeabolical, and I was like, I'm going to need a lot more of this because I want to make a sweater out of it. So she very kindly ordered enough to make me 1.5 pounds. Oh. So, and I paid her in advance, because she doesn't normally sell sweater quantities. Right. She had to do a special order for me, but that was super nice. And on top of that, she is going to give one of our Prize-A-Palooza winners a skein of her yarn.
Oh, good.
So, and you will get that directly from her, and it'll be one of the draws that we do during Prize-A-Palooza, which is coming up in Gusp and Innuendo right now, because you don't have any bubbles.
Well, no, I just want to talk about Bottles and Bling. We had mentioned Blue Moon Fiber Arts. Blue Moon had a Blue Moon sale on Friday because it was a blue moon.
Yes.
And just so anyone knows what a blue moon is, it's 2 full moons in 1 month. Very rare.
Yep.
So I got an email about it, and I happened, because I missed the beginning of August, they had these grab bags. So I wanted
that I found out about on Twitter.
Right.
That I got so that Sheila could have birthday yarn.
And so she was doing the same thing. So I ended up getting 3 skeins. I haven't gotten it yet. 3 skeins of blues, all hues of blues.
It's going to be gorgeous.
It's going to be gorgeous. Medium weight for me, of course. And then in doing so, I bought a skein of Rookie for her.
Yeah.
Because they were having a 15% off sale of skeins. And it worked out really well.
Yeah, you have to tell me what I owe you for that.
Oh, yeah, I got to look at my invoice. Because it was discounted, but with shipping.
Yeah.
The shipping was expensive because I guess over a certain weight, it goes automatic priority.
Yeah.
I may not get it in a couple of weeks because if they ship it together, hers takes 2 weeks.
If they needed to custom dye it, it depends on whether they had any of that colorway laying around. So who knows? But you got to notice that
I got to notice that it's in processing. And also just to let you know, looking forward towards the end of the month, it is a club month.
Mm.
So I have this month and one more month.
And on your birthday, Talk Like a Pirate Day, September 19th, you will
Which
be
is
getting the skein from me and
I think
something else.
that's a Wednesday. Is it a Wednesday? Might be
I
a
don't know.
Wednesday.
I'll tell you right now.
I'll tell you even quicker. It is. It's Wednesday. Talk like a pirate day.
We'll have to talk like a pirate.
We'll have to wear
pirate outfits.
Yeah, we'll have to remember that. Hopefully we can actually record on that day.
Let's do the knit-along drawings because
Yes.
I'm going to have to cut because we are way over time. I know we had extra time.
We had 10 minutes, but okay. So I did all the drawings beforehand because with our knit-along we do the pictures.
Yeah.
So the winner for the sparkle yarn, which is going to get this.
With a
little stitch marker holder.
Like a dumpling.
Dumpling. And this is Santa Fe Kettle Hand Dye Collection. This is fingering weight. 2 skeins, approximately 180 yards each. Merino wool and polyamide. And the winner to that is Kathy02125, post number 86. She actually, for her sparkle yarn, she did a ruby slipper shawl in the Dream in Color Starry. So she's from Westwood, Mass. And Kathy, PM Wendy. She will have your prize for you. And we'll send it up.
PM me.
So congratulations. And our second prize winner is for the ruby slipper knit along that we did. And she did a beautiful ruby slipper. Of course, I don't remember what color. I think it was a light blue. Her post was number 58, and she wins the Ella Ray Lace Merino. It's a beautiful gray.
Looks like it's called lace merino, but it's really a fingering weight.
I'd say it's a light fingering weight. It's
lest you feel nervous. You can make socks. A lot of people make socks out of it.
460 yards, size 3.25 US 4 needle is recommended on it.
I'm trying to get this in the picture.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. And she gets this little dumpling.
And so number 58 is SD Mags, or Mags from San Diego.
And please PM me, and I will send this right out to you. And I'm going to just clip this onto here.
So we're just reminding everybody that Rhinebeck is coming up. We're going to be there October 19th through the 21st. We're leaving on Friday, staying overnight Friday night and Saturday. Knit Pearl Girl PM'd me on Plurk, or mentioned us on Plurk. That's Kate Sims. Knit Pearl Girl, we're not going on the Rhinebeck bus from Webb's. We are driving ourselves.
Yes, because
we're staying overnight. I have no idea where.
Is Carrie going on the?
Well, she just asked who's going to Rhinebeck via the Webb's bus this year, and she mentioned us.
Oh yeah,
because somebody mentioned us.
I invited her to come over to my house and try my spinning wheels because she doesn't live that far away.
She just moved up here recently, didn't she?
Yeah, she lives in Vermont now. She lives
Vermont is not that far away. I mean, in the grand scheme of things,
she lives about 2 hours, but she's like, I said, come on. She's looking to buy a spinning wheel, and I invited her to come.
Hey, I would love to meet up with her somewhere.
I told her I would buy cannoli from Modern Pastry. Mike's Modern Pastry.
Sorry. Excuse me. Anything else to mention?
Nope.
Oh, the Prize-A-Palooza. So we met up with our 1,000 plus members, and what we're gonna do.
I can't believe 1,000 people joined our group.
I know,
that is so
over
exciting
actually.
To me.
We're gonna be drawing prizes for the next 4 weeks, not including this week. Starting next week, 2 prizes each week. And what we're gonna do is any member who's from member 1, member 3 to whatever, because we're 1 and 2. Will be entered to win a prize. So if you join this group now, you will be entered to win a prize.
Yep.
So right now we had 1,009 members. If you become 1,010, you still have a chance.
It'll be drawn from the whole membership.
And we're going to do 2 prizes each week. You will not be eligible to win more than 1.
No, if you win a prize, you won't win a second prize. But you will. If you don't win a prize, everybody's still in for the next drawing. And so I want to have a shot. I know there's a couple of vendors that I've dealt with that have offered to do prize donations. I'm going to contact the ones that I know of. But if you are a vendor who watches the show and you'd like to donate something, could be a pattern, could be stitch markers, could be a bag, could be yarn, whatever, fiber, and you want to do that, let us know. If we get more prizes, then we will give away more prizes. We will draw for 3 a week or whatever it works out to be. So, that's, if you want to do that, just PM me or Sheila and let us know. and we'll include you in our prize list. And next week we will show you the prizes that we're drawing for.
For at least a couple. I mean, obviously, if we get new ones, we might throw them in.
We might throw them in. But we'll show you that next week because we totally went over this week.
No, we didn't. We're still in time.
A little bit.
So on that note, thanks for watching us. If you're a new viewer, thanks for coming and checking us out. Returning viewers, always grateful that you come back.
Yes, thank you for being our 1,000-member family.
Thank you. Any information you want can be reached at contacts right above my head at knit1heart2.blogspot.com. Ravelry group can be found over there.
Yes, if you want to join.
Donation, t-shirts,
whatever.
Over there. So on that note, have a good week. Knit with Heart.
Bye, everybody.